My YouTube recommendation for 2023. This guy is awesome. And he's originally from South Africa. And during their violence as a white dude, he went to China. And he spent 10 years in China. So this is the best place, the best channel, the Serpentiza guy, to check out what the hell's happening in China. I've been watching him for the last 6 months, so I gotta share him. Now, this is workplace safety in China.
If you see a container truck in China, you'd best steer clear. If you see a leaking container truck in China, it's time to hop on the good foot and leg it, and you just may be as lucky as these two guys and escape by the breadth of a cat's whisker.
Climate change, pollution.
The building. These systems work well, but are very difficult to install, especially on high-rise buildings. This is always how I've seen it done. One guy climbs out of the window, or in cases like this, climbs down from the roof using a tatty rope, often without any sort of safety harness. He gets to drilling, mounting, installing, and hooking up the unit, often 30-plus stories off the ground, with little or no safety precautions. I mean, the guy who installed the AC in my building on the 24th floor literally tied a rope around his waist in a knot, and his colleague just tied the other end around his waist and held onto the rope without anchoring it to anything, while the other guy dangled outside doing his work. I mean, I was shocked, but this is common practice. Workers simply make do and figure out how to get a job done, seemingly without the need to study a trade or properly follow any real safety guidelines or codes.
Unbelievable.
Balancing high above a busy highway with no safety harnesses at all. That hard hat ain't gonna save you, buddy. At least you're trying. China lacks any sort of regulation enforcement, and although I'm sure somewhere written on paper there are regulations to be followed, the nature of how China runs ensures that many construction workers and tradesmen don't even know they exist. Things like height regulations.
That's a great one. Look at that. What you should do is check out their environmental ones. He does a great one, environmental ones, and get mad at that video. Because we don't have a chance. If, let's say, global warming was a real thing, okay?
Weight limits.
It's climate change now. Global warming didn't pan out, and the ice age I was promised didn't pan out. So climate change just encompasses everything. But you should check out what they're doing for climate change on his video. So I highly recommend him. He's absolutely fabulous, and they live in, I believe, California now with his wife from China.